Hey, what is going on, guys? Jason here from Poor Man's Preparing, and I got a greenhouse. Yeah, it's nothing fancy. Just come in like a little box. I believe it was purchased from Rite Aid years ago. My dad's had it just sitting in his garage, so I figured I could possibly use it. Now it's kind of late in the year to be setting up a little greenhouse, but all the little sprouts and things I kept planting would get dug up by something. Don't know what. I never actually saw anything digging around in the garden or anything like that, but that's the reason that I set it up. So we'll look at that in just a second. Here are some examples of tomatoes that have been, the red ones anyway, that I have grown on a couple plants. Unfortunately, it's been raining quite a bit lately, and so that makes, I guess from what I understand, the skin doesn't grow as quick as the fruit inside, and it causes them to crack and split, and that's what you get, basically junk tomatoes. Sure, you could cut off parts and save them, but I'm not worried about that. But alright, let's go take a look here. Now originally this was a secondary garden spot that I had set up, and I actually have a couple things planted in it. Some beans there, a little tiny pepper there. It's kind of not very sunny right now, so you can't hardly see that, and a lettuce there. Now the lettuce and this pepper down here, they've been in there for like a month, and they've just now starting to actually grow something. But I started last week, I started more peppers, bell peppers, and I've cut some lettuce up in here. These ones are hard to see, but there's a little one there and a little tiny one there that just came up. These also help. They're sitting on the frame back here on that bar, so it helps hold it down. But hopefully this helps keep everything a little safer. It's got a little door on it. You can roll up or just flop it over top there. That's my plan with that. I need to do some more weeding in there, obviously. That's a job that never runs out. Always some weeding to do. But I got some potting soil and things like that. I'm going to put those in bigger pots. Maybe I can plant them in the ground. Well, and if I need to, I can just remove these shelves. But I want to make sure nothing's going to come in here and mess with them first. There's Bear right there and my dog. Bear, wait on, buddy. But anyway, I'm at least going to have a couple lettuces and things like that. But the greenhouse should, besides offering a little bit of protection, it should be extending the growing season. So I should get a couple 6 to 8 weeks extra. Plus the winters here in Kentucky haven't been that bad recently, so it might even, give me an extra 3 months. So we'll just see about that. But I've had a real hard time with my gardening this year. We had a late frost that basically killed everything. So besides a couple of tomato plants, everything else you see here has been restarted after like Memorial Day or something like that, Mother's Day. I can't remember. But here's the plant that's producing the red tomatoes right now, and you see they're all just cracked. It's my broccoli. Something's been eating on it. So I put this shade tarp over top, and that seems to have stopped that. I haven't noticed any more of them being eaten. You see that one's kind of rough right there. Hopefully they'll be okay. This one looks the best out of all of them, but we'll see what happens with those. This cherry tomato plant's doing very good. That plant's kind of small. They are a little close together, and I'll have this shade tarp over top. It still allows the sun to get through. As you can see down there, it's still perfectly fine and bright. Rain falls through and everything like that. It'll just keep birds and things from flying inside of it. But the 3 tomatoes I have here, here, and here are ones that were found in a dumpster. They almost died that time. Saved them. Planted them in the ground thinking, you know, the cold was over. Then the late frost came, almost killed them again. It took out, I had 4 of them at the time. It took out only 1 of them. So those three tomato plants have been through some stuff. These other 3 right here have been doing fine. This one I started later. It's doing fine. The wind has blowed it over towards the fence. Oops. Sorry about that. I stepped on my dog toy. Get it, boy. Get it. Alright, anyway. Yeah, the recent storm blew everything that away. There's a couple beans. I don't know if I mentioned that. And what I'm most excited about here is the watermelon. Get you a good shot of this one here. They're like a smaller breed of watermelon. More like a mini basketball, something like that. But there's, I don't know, 8 or 10 of those growing. So those have been doing real well. I got to do some weeding in there. There's weeding from last week. The weeds grow like no problem, but you know, everything else seems to have trouble this year. But that's just a quick update. Haven't made a video in a while. Things are being just, I don't know, not so good here in 2020. Hopefully all this nonsense blows over soon and we can just get back to the normal life that so many of us, I'm sure, are desperate for right now. But I'll show you one more thing. These big mole beans. Huge, look at these things. I feel like I'm living in Florida or something. Tropical, or I don't know. But they supposedly help deter moles from tearing up your property. Plus they're just huge. I have a pretty big hand. I'm 6'3", so just imagine, look how big that leaf is there. And these things will probably be up to the roof here by the end of the year. A couple more months. But that's basically it. I got some potting soil and things, so in bigger pots. I'll either put them in bigger pots or just plant them in the ground. Maybe over here. Probably fit one more right there. But the lettuce, I'll leave it in pots because it says it's fine for 1 gallon containers. I'll up those ones. Those buckets will be fine. And we'll see what happens. But hopefully, like I said, this will, if nothing else, extend the growing season for me. And hopefully keep pesky little critters out of there. But that's it. It's just been a while since I made a video. And I felt a little motivated today. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this. And I guess that's pretty well it. Ain't that right, Bear? Huh? Alright, guys. You see Old Glory waving in the wind here. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.